Hello and welcome to Health and Life with me, Coach Natalie, where I'm spreading love, light, and knowledge to you. And today I was getting ready to do my little mask routine for my face with this little, or this big jar of face masks that I made, homemade face masks that I made with bentonite clay, aloe from my yard, and some other things. I'm testing it out, different formulas, and I decided to stop in and talk to you about everything you do to me, already done unto you. That's a quote from Silly from The Color Purple. If you've seen that movie, if not, you should see it. So, why am I talking to you about this quote? Because it's true. Because these are words to live by. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Well, you should, because if you don't, whatever you done unto me, already done unto you, as Silly would say. And so today, this morning, is just a quick message for you to remember to breathe life into yourself every morning. Get up. Take a deep breath. Remember that this life is not, there's no guarantee in this life. There's no guarantee for your next breath. And the interesting thing is that when you stop and you take a deep breath, you quiet your mind, you're so reminded to be thankful for that breath, right? And so negativity that's coming from others can't penetrate you, because now you're breathing life into yourself. And it reminds you that you need to find ways to nurture yourself and breathe life into yourself throughout the day before you start filling the cups of others. So if that means that you got to get up at an hour early in the morning to breathe life into yourself, to remember the things you're grateful for, to smell the coffee, smell the roses, and remember that life is a gift, and that gift should be the gift that keeps on giving, and not the gift that takes from others. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't ever take, but life should be an equal give and take. And if someone is doing onto you things that they shouldn't be, things that aren't nice, things that are hurtful, just know that the law of the universe says that whatever you done unto me, already done unto you. And what's interesting about that law is that whatever you done unto me, I don't have to do back unto you. Most times it will come from somewhere else, and it will come tenfold. And I'm not saying this so that you can revel in that thought, but you can find comfort in the thought of knowing that you don't have to constantly be battling other people who are not doing good or who have not done good onto you, because they'll get theirs. And that's just the way it is, just like you get yours. If you're not doing good onto other people, you'll get yours, and you'll have to deal with what comes back at you. And it doesn't. What I want you to remember this morning also is that not only do you need to get up in the morning and breathe life into yourself before you start breathing life into others, right? Because you want to make sure that you are the best version of yourself that you can be, so that you can, within yourself, so that you can be the best version of yourself with others. Because if you're not the best version of yourself within yourself, with yourself, you can't be. And that's what happens, like when you think about it, right? Like when others come towards you and they're being nasty, or they're not being nice, or they're being hurtful, or they're doing things that are hurtful, it's because they're not being the best version of themselves. These people are not breathing life into themselves. And so then they come towards you, and of course they can't breathe life into you because they don't have it. They don't have it to breathe. They don't even have it. They don't have it within to breathe out to you. They only have what they have, and what they have is not so pretty. And that's why it's really important for us to take that time, maybe in the morning before you start. I do it before I start my day. I try to anyway. No one's perfect, but the days that I don't do it, I can see that I can sometimes go down the rabbit hole of being unable to give back what I would like to, because I just don't have it. I didn't give it to myself first. So take care of yourself first. Know that others, when they are spewing out their negativity, it's because they didn't take care of themselves. And know that when you are spreading your life or your light, when you're spreading life to others, that not others will be receptive, right? And so those will be the people that say, well, who do you think you are? Like, you think you know everything? You think, like, and you get those types of comments from people, and that's okay. But you just need to recognize it, step back, and let them be. Like, maybe those people are not for you and you're not for them. But maybe one day they will be. Maybe one day they will remember something you said, and maybe not. Maybe they'll hear something else somewhere else. But whatever it is, like, maybe those people are not meant to be in your life. Those are not the people that you're meant to be breathing life into, right? Because if someone can tell you, like, who do you think you are, or who do you think, like, you think you know everything, then maybe you're just not for them. Like, that's not for them. So why would you take the life and the light that you have, that you can breathe into someone, and give it to someone who doesn't want it? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And that depletes you, right? Because it's human nature. Like, sometimes you take a challenge, right? Like, hey, like, oh, they didn't want that. I'm going to try to explain it to them more. And the more you explain it, the more negativity comes back, right? So this is a time where you just cut your loss, or I wouldn't call it a loss, but you cut the cord and you go, okay, like, what, just, it is what it is. Let me go pour into me. And then, you know what, when those people come towards me, or I find those people during my day that I can pour into and breathe life into, I will continue to do that. So you don't pick up the bitterness that's coming from the others, right? The others that are not ready for you to breathe light into them. I wanted to share this quote with you because I just think it's so true that, when we realize that we don't have to retaliate at someone who does something to us, because it's good, whatever they've done, if it's not right, you don't have to judge. It will come back to them. So you can just move on, and you don't have to step in and start behaving as they do, which would be a travesty, because if you start behaving like they are behaving with the bad behavior, then who's going to spread the light out there? Who's going to breathe life into others? If everyone's behaving badly, right? And we've seen situations where everyone's behaving badly. Take war. Like, you know what? Like, this person does that. They want to shoot that person. It's insanity, right? Like, you do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to shoot another bomb. And then how do you end? How do you come to a truce? How do you come to peace? Eventually, somebody has to say, I'm no longer going to keep breathing negativity into this situation. And sometimes our egos are in the way, and we think, like, we don't want to be the weakest link. We don't want to be weak, but it's power. You're breathing life into yourself. Taking that deep breath in the morning, that's breathing power into yourself, so you can breathe power into others. So anyhow, that's all I have for you this morning. I love you. Thank you for joining me. I'm sending you love, light, knowledge. Until my next video.